mean, it'd be interesting to see what we get for this trailer load of cows. So 12 pieces, 3,500 a piece. Somebody who's better than maths on the fly will have that figure, but I'd say it's going to be at least 30 grand, somewhere around there. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms and welcome back to another episode of Zielonka. So we're just carrying on from last episode. We've finished off our potato harvest, so we've got 177,000 litres of potatoes here destined for the soup factory. So I've also cleared out the stock in the soup factory, so I was auto selling that stock. However, I was not really happy with the selling penalty that you receive for doing the auto sell. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to manually loading, just because I don't want to lose out on that revenue. So let's go get these guys unloaded. Kind of dabbled with a few different methods potentially of trying to... This is the world's worst driving right here. Let's turn this around because this is not going to pipe out otherwise. Yeah, so I tested out various methods of auto load on console. None of them really seem to sort of work effectively at this stage. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to persevere with the way I was doing it, and I'm just going to set up multiple trailers at the production points, collect the product, and then I'll just sell it as I see fit. But yeah, so I think that's going to be a better way of managing the pallets overall until we can come up with a better solution. While we're in the farmyard area, so we've had a bit of a clean up of the ploughs and implements and such. So I've just sort of laid them out in a little bit more of an organised fashion. Cleaned up the shop area a little bit. I've still got some big bags I need to sort out. We picked up this Colossus harvester. So this is a 17 kph header, so it'll allow us to harvest a little bit quicker on our combine. Got some of our potato planting. Well, this is some of our root crop implements over here. What else is new? So I've just moved over some of this stuff over here. We've gone into hay production, so I think I've talked about that in a previous episode. I've added in this lime filling station, so there's no lime station on the map that I can find. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a seed silo and potentially something else just in this area, just to utilize that for filling seed and fertilizer and lime, rather than using the multi-fruit buy station, because obviously that thing has everything in it. So I may use that at some stage, but I think I'm just going to persevere with the individual silos at this stage. What else we got? Let's cruise on down to the cows. Before we get down to here, 57, we're doing another run of hay bales, so that's sort of halfway through at the moment. We've got our first batch of Angus ready to go, so 36 months, so they're primed for peak price. Let's go and have a look in the animal menu. So where are we? It's these guys just here. So 36 months, peak price, so they're going to be sold today. Hay, we're feeding them hay because obviously TMR is for milk production, so we're not really worried about that because these guys are bred as beef cattle. But we're sort of slowly building out our stock of Angus to sell sort of on rotation. So I think we're up to, if I cruise over to the pen, we've got 72 in there, so we can facilitate 8 more, and that'll give us 80 in total. Another thing we've added is this slurry extension. So this is the 2.6 million litre slurry tank extension. So if we look in the pen information, you can see the slurry is nearly capped out at about 100,000 litres. So I've added that in as well with the view to use that for precision farming. So we're going to have to get ourselves a slurry spreader, get our environmental score up. So that'll give us a free source of fertiliser. And then I've left some space here potentially for some pigs as well. We'll get a manure heap if we start going down the straw path, but that's kind of where we're at the moment. And this is that area I sort of earmarked and cleared and levelled for this purpose. So you can sort of see we've got the slurry tank, the barn, and then a little bit of area either side. And then we've got a bit of area in here, which we can utilise also, next to the potato processing plant, which we're going to soon to purchase that as well. All right, let's get into our jobs. So hay's good. That canola's been harvested. I need to get some ploughing happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Fent, I'll grab the Lizard subsoiler, and let's get cracking. So I'm also going to start experimenting with some time-lapse video sort of things, so keep an eye out for those. Let me know how you like those videos and the musical choices. Alright, let's get this guy hired. So obviously we've got to plough after potatoes. This guy is in desperate need of some nitrogen, I believe. I don't know, maybe we're okay. So it could be because we're ploughing in the weeds. That's going to boost our nitrogen. Anyway, so we want to keep an eye on our environmental score also. So what I want to do is let's go and sell these cows. So let's go. Actually, what I'm going to do, get this guy back to the farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start staging the grassland care equipment down this end of the farm, so closer to field 58 and 57, just because it makes sense to have our baler, windrower, and other such items in this area, so I'm not having to transit them all the way from the shop area. So let's cruise on back over and grab the other big plough. Right, we're going to utilise the SM72 just for our big field here of canola. Now we could direct drill this actually. That's the other thing I was going to do. I was going to look to purchase another drill. So if I have a look at used vehicle sales, nothing really at the moment. So what I'm thinking is so I can plough that up anytime. I've got baling to do. Field 53, 54, and I think 52 needs to begin harvesting. So let's have a quick look at what's in 52, because I might get that underway while we are doing these other jobs. So yeah, red beet's ready to harvest. So I need to get back to grab the telehandler, take that back over, grab the global pallet mod off the harvester, because I'm pretty sure. Actually, I should check that because I might not need to drive over and remove it if it's red beets. That's parsnips, so I do need it. So let's grab a telehandler. So that's the other thing I'm in the market for, is going to be another telehandler, just so I can have one stationed at the cow barn and one stationed at the central farm. Now I've still got some rogue seed pallets and stuff that I need to deal with, so I'm going to deal with them. Probably next time we go through a seeding run, I'll use up those big bags, and then I'll utilise our little filling area over here. Okay, so there's our parsnips. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Now what I can do apparently is, with the telehandler, go and pick up the global pallet system without a fork involved, which I've just learnt after doing a bit more research on the mod. Okay, so this has got red beets, so I will need to... Actually, I can use this because I'm pretty sure we've got red beets in that field. So I might just have one of each. So I'll have one for carrots, one for parsnips, one for red beets. Okay, so this gives you a little bit more precise positioning, which is good. Okay, so that should be in the correct position. If I can jump up there. Okay, auto load's correct. Alright, let's get into this guy. Okay, why can I not get in there? Now hopefully, what I want to do is I want to sleep now, try and get some favourable drops in the used vehicle sales, and then we'll come back, finish our harvesting and ploughing. So the harvesting and ploughing I can skip through a few days because it's not critical that those items be completed on the same day. Obviously the seeding is a different story, because then you'll end up with a half-seeded field and things are just not going to work. Okay, let's make sure we're getting a crop in there. Cool. Just want to double check we are on red beets. So we are on red beets there, and red beets in the... Okay, good stuff. The other thing too is we're going to sell that cattle, so I'll sell that shortly. Our plough should be underway, so now we've got to get to ploughing on this field here. So I am going to plough it just so we can get rid of these weeds. We also need to get that oil mill in play as well, so we haven't done that currently. I do have a spot in mind, which I've sort of tested out on my test map, and so far so good. We might need to throw some lime down, but we'll see how we go. Alright, I think that is... Oh, we need to bale as well, so I'll do that while these other jobs are underway. Actually, what we'll do is we'll sell these first, and then we'll come back in. So 3.5. I'm keen to see how much we get here. So 12, move to trailer. Okay. And the plan will be to bring back probably another 12 as well, I think. Let's just double check which is the next group to 33 months. That's probably not the right menu to go into. Because if I can get another batch to reproduce, so how far they're off. Yeah, so I've got a little ways to go before we reproduce again. Yeah, another few months. Righto, let's go get these guys sold. So I'm wondering if the cattle are not that good of a strategy in terms of return on investment. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what we get for this trailer load of cows. So 12 pieces, 3,500 a piece. Somebody who's better than maths on the fly will have that figure, but I'd say it's going to be at least 30 grand, somewhere around there. All right, let's head over there and see how we go. It's a nice area up here too to farm in. Not that I've farmed it, but it does look pretty nice. All right, let's see if we can get this in. All right, I'm led to believe this is the selling trigger. So L3 to open, select, let's sell 12, 42,000. Okay. Wonder how much it cost me in hay to get that money. You know what? I'm thinking, I think the milk might be better long term. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to, once I finish this run on the Angus, I'm going to change to dairy cows. So let's see, I'm going to grab some Holsteins. So I want milk producers straight away. So let's grab these guys. Let's grab 12. I mean, I've got a gut feeling the milk's going to be worth more long term rather than selling the cattle, because obviously you've got to wait. If you buy them at 18 months, you've got to wait till 36 months for them to fatten up and be sold. Whereas, you know, you could be selling milk pretty much all the time, as long as your stockpile's nice and big. So the effectiveness will be a little bit lower with hay, but allegedly it's not that bad. So, okay, looks like our lizard subsoiler is having a rough one, so let's go sort him out. And I mean, if we do switch to TMR, it's not going to be that much more difficult to do so, because we've already got hay production. We can easily get silage. It's probably just going to be a little bit more work. Alright, let's go drop these cows off. Okay. Move to husbandry, yes. So how many we got in total? Does it tell us our total? I don't think it does. So these guys are about to go off 3 months, so they'll be 3.5. When's the next group? These guys are 13 months away. Yeah, I think if you did them in groups of 5, that might be, you might have a better spread overall. But I don't think it matters, to be honest. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go drive over, hook up the trophy liner in preparation for taking it back over to the soup factory. And then we're going to jump in, finish this baling. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to sleep, see if I can't jag a new telehandler. And then we're going to go from there. So let's cruise on back over. Drive on the right side of the road, that'd be handy. The frame rate could be looking a bit jittery if you're watching this at home. PS5 just launched an update, system software update. So I've got a feeling things might be a bit janky until that sorts itself out. Alright, let's send this guy down to, hopefully he's going to run over this big bag. Of course he is. Made it about 5 meters, good effort. Okay, what I'll do is get on the road. I mean, sometimes I feel like half the time before you set this worker menu, it'd be quicker just to drive over there. Now this guy should drive on the road, hopefully. Okay, cool. Of course this guy's stuck. Oh, I can't wait for that modified Colossus, let me tell you. So at time of recording, it's apparently not too far away. As if Giants approve it, of course. I hope they do. Alright. Everything is happening. Alright, let's go and sleep. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Class Xerion 5000. So 530 horsepower. Nice tractor, but probably not what we're looking for at this stage. We do got a tree harvester here, which would be handy for pianos. Forage harvester header, so which we don't have at the moment. So we're still ploughing, we're still harvesting. Worker eyes blocked by an object, which is probably going to be our... Okay, this guy is still trying to get there. This guy's done. Oh, actually, let's get this guy off the field because we're going to get ploughed into shortly. So we've got the unreal capacity on this one, so that's why it is sitting at 145,000 litres. So this is destined for the oil mill when we put it in. Currently haven't got there yet. I've got a replacement header for this as well, so we're going to look to switch that out shortly as well. What else have we got on the go? Okay, I'm going to sleep again. So I think after this sleep we'll have the next batch of Angus ready to go as well, which would be handy. Ooh, Profiliner. So is this the... Yeah, this is the one we want. So this is the manually loaded version. So we're going to try and station one at each production facility. So let's grab the stock standard. What else we got? Z-Tor tractor. Nothing special there. I mean, nice tractor, but just not what we require. Okay, how's our soup looking? So what I did was I set this to storing. Obviously we've got tons of potatoes, a fair bit of carrots. We've got some parsnips and red beets we can be utilising, so I've got to ship them down here as well. So I'm just going to let this storage build up, so I'm not too worried about that. I'll keep this forklift stationed down here. I did look at some modified forklifts, so I looked at this guy here, the Jungarich EFG S50. So it's got extension. I don't know what that extension does. I haven't tried that out. Reverse driving. But it's got the double pallet fork, so you can do 2 pallets deep. I tried out this one too, the Jungarich EDV 216i. So I don't mind this one, but this is more for warehousing, but still useful for truck unloading. But realistically, these two are the ones you want for outside use. Matte now is my preferred. Alright, let's move on. What do we got? I don't want to commit to seeding and baling just yet. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chance one more sleep. You can see the shader cache is starting to come good. I've got fixed visual month turned off as well, so as it goes through the seasons, there's sort of a little bit of jankiness in autumn in particular. Right, let's have a look at used vehicles. What do we have? Okay, we've got a tanker, slurry tank. Okay, nothing. Well, I think now is probably a good time to get some planting underway. So let's get some potatoes in the ground. Now we'll eventually get some sheds, maybe in this area and elsewhere. Just depends on what we're up to. All right, now I did have. Actually, what I do need to do is get this repaired. Now, hopefully this will fit through here. Okay, so let's repair both. So triangle to repair, very expensive, but got to be done. Okay, cool. So I think that Profiliner is going to be destined for the potato processing factory. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw down this container. So it should be in here. Fertilizer, seeds and lime, so that's that guy. Oh, so this one does all 3, so I might as well look to use that one rather than have 3 different ones. Buying station for liquids, buying station for fertilizer, seeds and lime. So they look identical to me, don't they? Pig feed, so this is what I'm going to use if I do pigs, because I don't know, I'll test it out and see. So this is the lime tank that we've got. So this one just does lime. What else have we got? Maybe we don't have individual ones. I might have been mistaken there. I reckon I'm going to go this guy just here. Okay. And then I might just forego the other one altogether. So this should, yep, give us our seed. Perfect. That's very handy. Much quicker than using the big bags to fill it. Alright, let's get this guy underway. Now I did want to buy a bigger seeder as well. So the thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably try the Amazon Citan. So I'm going to lease it, I think. See if it's actually worthwhile. Because I don't want to commit to the $200,000 in price just now. Okay, where is this guy? Yep, this is the one we want. So while these guys are doing their thing, I'll quickly start doing some baling, I think. So let's get this guy parked up, ready to go. Now I probably really need to step up the potato production, to be honest. So I think if we're going to go the potato processing factory, of course I got stuck on the fence there. Haven't really parked this up very well, have I? Let's try that again. Alright, cool. So we'll leave this here for the moment. Alright, we'll get this ploughing done, and then we'll switch out for the Amazon Citan, the direct drill. Alright, good stuff. Now if we get this folded, if that will... What is going on here? Fold plough? Is that folding? Yep. Took its time, but it got there. So I'll go drop this off. We'll switch this out for the seeder, and then we'll come back in with the next episode, and we will get cracking on some new seeding. So let's just park this. Not there. Just sort of out of the way. I want to try and maintain this farm setup as best we can. Oh, the other thing I mentioned quickly is I purchased the Samaz mower, so you can see that there. It's got a merger on the back, it's pretty cool. But yeah, alright. Cool, thanks for watching this episode, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and bye for now.